or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Well, greetings, and more greetings. They talk our roll today. Greetings, everyone. How are you all doing? Hoping you all are having a fantabulously fabulous a Thursday, complete Thursday morning, afternoon, and now night. I'm hoping that your day was fantabulously fabulous. So, Queen, Darerspecta, what a guan. We have a guest that's going to be joining us as well, waiting for Sister Zephyr to log on as well. So, man, Queen, you want to say hello to your listeners?
Hey. Love, 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 love. I'm here again. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys.
Darerspecta.
What join with Trump?
Trump sister. Trump sister.
Wow.
Trump sister said, listen, she wanna be in the hot seat. All right.
Lord.
Greetings, my
Let
brother.
me tell you
Don
something.
Minot says
We not drive like Trump. Trump I drive hard.
Oh.
Because the woman we talk so bad about him, still I drive him. She said, I support him.
The Haley, Nikki Haley. Greetings, Don Minot. Don Minot says, greetings, family. Greetings. Man, I'm telling you, man. Share the link for each and every one. Either share the link or tell a friend and a friend to log it on to www.dapowerhouseradio.com to listen live on your telephones. It's 667-930-9036. You got your TuneIn app, your Zeno app, your Shouts app, all of the apps. All right, to log it on. Man, the numbers are growing. We love what we're seeing on our end. Just continue to keep sharing. And yeah, I know a lot of you is not into the Facebook and the YouTube business and the X business. We have some good X followers too. But X was previously oh my God, what do you call it? Jesus. Well, it's been X'd out of there. Twitter. It used to be Twitter. Yeah, but it's the X. So I've been getting some response from that platform as well, because we are now on that platform as well. So we're continuing to grow, and we ask for each and everyone to continue to share or tell someone. And yes, we're seeing all of the comments as to showing our faces, and we're going to get into that. Yeah, we're gonna go live. We're gonna, not today though. We have to make sure that we're correctly correct when we go live. All right. But we are going to.
We're not X-rated.
No, because I said, the respect to you, gonna go like this. So we don't look like, we said, no, all right.
That's what I'm talking about.
We said, we don't want to see that skinny body there. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to see that skinny body there. And the buff up with muscle and then something there. The respecter. There's a to say, I'm not saying a word.
He's not responding. Move on.
I'm not saying a word. You are gone within the self. That's what the respecter is saying. Him say gone within the self. I don't know. It seems like you're having some technical difficulties today, my brother. But are you having technical difficulty, or are you just ignoring us? It look like you're having some technical difficulties. All right. So if you're having technical, log out and log back in or call in. All right. All right, because I think you can hear me. But greetings to each and everyone. Greetings to each and everyone. Cool G, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Blossom, Dalmine, Donna. Big up on yourself. The Victorious 89, big up on yourself. You know, big ups to all of the Covington Massive that has linked me. Um um Oh God, Father Skills, all of them that's coming out of Covington that's been dropping us some interesting topics to reason on and stuff like that. So all of the Covington Massive that's listening via the 89.1 or logging in, greetings to you and our new truck drivers. We want to say big ups to you all as well. Mr. Skilly says he has some truck drivers that are listening, so big them up. So I'm bigging you all up. All righty. Yeah, wherever you all are, be safe on the road. Just take it easy on the road. All right, man. So Darerspecta, can we hear you now? We're hearing static, Darerspecta. We're hearing static. No, you and Queen. You and Queen. Listen, we need a GoFundMe for Queen and Darerspecta for it. We need a GoFundMe.
Oh man,
we need to do a GoFundMe. We need a GoFundMe for Queen and Darerspecta for. I don't know what's wrong with those two people at them for. You know what I'm saying? They need to sort out their phone situation. That's what they need to do.
They say it's the company that I'm with. It goes. My phone goes in and out. It calls who I don't want it to call. I mean, it drops call. It's been doing. But look, you know they build these phones only to last for a couple of years, maybe 2 years or so, and then you can buy a new one.
It's true.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And then acting up. After 2 years, it start acting up.
You know what I saw my phone been doing lately? When I plug it in, it's telling me that when I plug it into charge, it's saying to me that some object or water is in my phone. No object or water. So I just turn it off and just plug it up and charge it and turn it back on. Because if they think they're getting money out of me, they make a sad mistakes. Greetings once again. Are we waiting on Sister Zeph? Well, we're not gonna wait on Sister Zeph, but Sister Zeph's supposed to be joining us. She called and she said, Lady D, can I come on the panel with you all? I said, of course. What's a guan? You can definitely come on board with us.
No problem. We welcome anyone.
So Queen, let's run it down. I don't have my notes with me because I was out in my yard. And let me tell you what I planted today. I had some corn straight from Jamaica, and I had some corn seeds straight from Jamaica. And I had I have some tamarind seed.
Okay.
So I was out there planting
so
those.
Grow tamarind?
Yes,
tamarind
I'm gonna. Yes, I tell you, I'm going crazy. And I got some soursop. I got a soursop plant. So I plant that out there today. And I have some eucalyptus. So I put those around my blueberry bush, and I put some I got some different type of mint. I didn't see this mint, so I bought it, and I put that next to my my elderberry tree. I put that over there. So it's just a matter of, and I say I plant some watermelon?
No.
Yeah. Well, I planted some watermelon too. Last year I had some beautiful watermelon with yellow inside. And guess what? When I went back there and me and cuz digging up back there, what do you see? We have 3 plants of the watermelon that came back. Okay. And then I went and I got some red watermelon. I have some a watermelon I wanted to taste. It has orange in it this time. So we plant those. So just encouraging each and every one out there. Make sure that you plant, go and plant your gardens. Get those gardens ready.
Lady, You
Yeah,
know what I did today? I
yeah.
had my grandniece today she spent the day with me.
Oh, nice.
And let me tell you something. She can tell you we did some real gardening today.
All right.
I had, I tried always to save my seeds. Whenever I'm cooking or what have you, I
Yeah,
would dry my seeds and save them for
yeah,
the summertime, springtime. So I had a few plants. I planted some peppers, some Scotch bonnet, and
yeah,
some sweet pepper. I planted, and they were coming up, little plants coming up,
yeah.
but they were like too close to each other.
Yes.
So I had to separate them. She helped me separate them. I mean, she
Awesome.
dug up the dirt and
Awesome.
we put them in. And I had it with in my big pot. I had it some beets. It
Yeah,
was already coming,
yeah,
growing. I
yeah,
had it some beets. I had it what else? Some what is that? Had it carrot
yeah.
and a few other things. I had it in my big
And
pot.
mind, listeners, mind. These stuff are Queen is growing her stuff in pots.
In pots, yeah, on my
In
porch.
pots. Big up
I even
yourself.
did squash
Kamar
last year. I
says
did squash.
he has mango in Florida. Well, I'm coming to Florida to come get some of your mango seeds. Mango is not gonna do it here. You know, me and
They
my
say
cousin.
if you wrap them in the winter time with burlap and plastic.
Yeah, the mango
That's
was
what
tried.
someone was saying that will preserve it. They said
Okay.
keep it dormant. Right?
Well, I'm hoping
So,
so because I did my soursop. My cousin Gregory, I just ran inside and left him out there. Um, he said he don't think that soursop gonna make it, but we're gonna try it anyway. All right, we tried it. Anyway, we've been doing our thing in the gardening. Let me tell you all, okay. And we have the beets and we have the
yes.
sweet potato and we have all of that plant. Well, it's already planted. So we just waiting for everything to
Mhm.
come up and guani and
And
things.
folks, last year she did a fantastic job. I even got a little bit of her crop last year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She have
yeah,
big garden. Don't let her
yeah,
fool you now.
yeah.
She don't have a small garden like I do on my porch. She have humongous garden with everything in there.
Sharon says sorrel is good that you can reap about Thanksgiving time. I don't have any sorrel and I don't have anyone to give. If you have any, Sharon, please share. Because I'm telling you, my yard gonna be a big old farm. I soon dig up all of the grass. I just I soon dig up every grass in my yard. All right. And just plant. So we are encouraging all of our listeners to start doing your little farming. Whatever you can, whatever you can plant in your yard, no matter. And you see, you don't even need a yard. Queen, that's you or that's the respecter. The
I
respect.
test, I
Just
test me, I
the
test me, you can,
tuning in.
Okay.
I test you.
Yeah, test me. Nobody test me.
You know what happened?
What?
I tell you the truth.
What?
I hear everything. But somebody call me and from me click off and I can't hear me. I
Oh,
hear
okay.
everything where I go on.
But we
So you
can
And
hear
heard
me
you.
me.
I talk and you not hear me because I want one call will come in.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
Can we
even
say
though
You
me
heard when she blast you, the respecter.
no, I was about to say to her why she bust pan you about your grow food in a pot. I
no,
tell the whole world your
no,
business.
no, no, no. Listen, because
You too.
I want the listeners to understand that you don't have to say you need a yard, that you don't have no space to grow. You can do it
Mm-hmm.
from anywhere. You can plant
Mm-hmm.
in a pot, a flower pots. You
Mm-hmm.
can plant if you have a yard, you have a little spot. You can get
Mm-hmm.
one of those you can make up one of those little things there and planting them. I mean, there's many ways that we can start planting, and we don't have to plant a whole heap of things, even just the essential stuff,
Mm-hmm.
even just the essential little
Yeah.
tomato, little scallion, little
little,
time,
yeah,
just
little
things
carrot, yeah,
that is costing so much money in the
yeah. I even had
stores.
potato.
Every
I grew potato 2 years ago.
every morning
Yep.
me come out of bed, first thing me do is plant my foot them.
Sure, and you not grow.
And then and then me
That's,
plant
that's
and
what
then
I'm
me plant myself to the kitchen.
And you not grow.
Me
You're
done
not
grow from me
growing.
me done grow from 40 years
That's
ago.
what I'm talking about. You ain't planting nothing. That's sure. Queen, what's the topics? Queen, what's the
yeah.
topics that we have?
Well, we have a couple of things. We have a couple of things. We have the library. I'm gonna let y'all know how this library is. Things that we never knew about these libraries. Anyway, we also Jamaican, Trinidad, and Haiti. I found out 2 days ago that it was only three of those Caribbean country Alice Selassie had visited, and why Trinidad is called the Trinity. I found that out. Oh, okay. Also, YouTube. How informative really YouTube is. We can even touch that topic. I mean, YouTube is really vast, and going through the different areas. I find that it is vast. There is so much knowledge on YouTube. You'll be surprised. Um, and also, you know what's going on? A lot of these dollar stores, family dollar stores, they're closing down. I'm not sure why, but most of them are closing. They're trying to cut costs, I guess, because the competition with Walmart and Dollar Tree is real steep. So maybe that's why they're closing most of them. At least here in Georgia, I know of. There's a couple of them already closed, and there's some that are targeted to
I
be closed.
can I
I heard
can tell you why they're closing.
also. I heard. So we have those topics we're gonna hit on. I don't know if the respect have any more topics.
No.
Respecter?
Okay, someone sent me she said not to call her name, so I'm not gonna say the person name. But an individual out of Florida sent me
The bedroom thing.
no, not the bed. We have the bedroom thing. But I thought you
Mm-hmm.
all said that that bedroom thing was too slack.
No man, touch it man, you talk about slack.
I
Well,
thought you all said it was
but
too
people
off.
want to know. People wants to know.
Touch it.
So remember, nothing is off limit.
Okay, but
Remember, nothing is off limit. I mean,
I
a
know.
young lady sent me an article on a teen mom, and the question was her is how desperate are our women, and the question is how desperate are our women for men because of it being a ratio with men and women. Okay,
okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
um
That's 5 women to 1 man, they
right,
say.
right. So since they
Yeah.
said women, X amount of woman to a man, she sent me a clip
Right.
where there was
Just jump into it.
so she sent me a video a thing where there was a teen mom stomping on her baby's head to
Okay.
see
I got it.
if her ex would come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don wrote opposition leader Mark Golden with dual citizenship. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can give our opinion on dual citizenship as well. All right.
Yeah.
So these I think are some all of these are some great um topics to reason on. And
Okay.
the question in regards to the young lady out of North Carolina,
Okay.
Sandy, says that I'm trying to find because I put it away because you all said it was too X-rated, and now you all are coming with it's not. All right. Her question was in regards to oral, having oral sex, which I told her, I don't think we're gonna touch it because it's a little bit that's a topic I don't know if I even really want to discuss, but let's do the other ones, and then it depends on how we feel.
I wonder why.
We'll vibes. Don't, you wonder why? What? Cause my
I
opinion.
wonder why. You know,
No,
I
that's not
touch
my
it.
opinion. No good. So, all right. So, Queen, what was some of that you had there?
Okay, we can do the live. We can start with the library,
Let's
and then we have
let's just go real quick into them, real quick. Because if
yeah,
it's not
real quick
really
into
something to
them.
stay
All
into,
right.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. The first one with the library was I go to this center, and what happened was they had someone come in from the library, and she is one of the head person in charge of libraries here in Georgia. Anyway, she did a film, showed us a film of the library because they're trying to recruit seniors to come in and volunteer in these facilities. Now, what I didn't know and what was new to me is that every month, 10,000 people become seniors. That was new to me. I didn't know that. But 10,000 each month, 10,000 seniors per month. So because of that, she's saying that if you develop a program for seniors at this time, you will make good money. Whatever she said having to do with seniors, you'll make good money. And she said that's one of the reasons why you see all these senior housing are popping up now, because of the ratio of seniors now versus facilities and programs for those seniors. So if you have a little bit of money, that's a good business venture to go into, something for the seniors. Also, I found out that the same way you check out a book at the library, you can check out a computer just the same, and you get a date when to return it. And you return it, you can check it out again. As long as you return it, you can check it out, recheck it out. I didn't know that you could get a computer at the library. So that was really new to me too.
That's
But
great
she
information.
went on to show you different programs and tell you about different programs that they have, and how people can benefit from the library, and things that we don't even know of.
That's a
That is
very
at the library.
that's very, very good information.
Yes, yes.
Because you know
And
what,
she said
and
you
it's
can call. Go ahead,
no,
lady.
because with the computer, I have persons that even right now, I have a individual that wants to be hired, and he keeps telling me he doesn't have a computer, and he needs to go to every time I need a certain document. I'm telling him I need this document. He would say, okay, give him a day or two because he has to go over to X person house to use the computer and so on. So it's very good information to know that persons can go to a library. I don't know if it's just
Yes.
here in Georgia,
And
but it's
yeah,
good
and
to
listen,
know
no,
that. Yeah.
she's one of the big. She's in America. She's talking about United States of America. She's talking about.
Yeah, that is
She is up
awesome.
she's based in Athens.
Okay. Okay.
But she said, she's in charge of several different districts.
Okay, what we don't care about her district. What else information she has?
Okay.
Remove.
Yeah. Another thing that she also said was that oh Lord of mercy face on the senior. Okay. Lord, my train of thought. Go ahead, jump on talk.
Sorry about that. Sorry to mess up your train of thought. Go ahead.
Not drink.
Next,
But anyway,
you said the computer and
yes, yes, all of that, and also audio. She said most of the books now they are audio. So and she said you'll be surprised how how good it is to do the audio. Most people like the book to
let
read and what have you, but she said you'll be surprised how wonderful audio books are now.
okay.
And what they're doing in the libraries, most of the books are being placed audio now.
Real quick, what
Mhm.
type of documents you need in order to get a card to become a member of
I
any of the
just
library?
remember, I'm glad you said it,
Yeah.
where you said document. Okay, she said, I asked her because I hold a book or two couple of years back, and I asked her about that. What would happen with my hoeing, to the library? And she said they have a thing called amnesty. She said they forgive it. You just go in and explain to them that you can't find a book and what have you. And she said they give you amnesty.
Okay. So
So that was good to know also, because I was kind of scared to go to the library to get a card because I was afraid that I hold them and
so
it
what
would
other
be
kind
like
of
about 50 bucks.
what other kind of documents do we need for to take out
You
a
to go
card?
in the
You
you just
just
your
need your
ID,
ID. Okay. So
your state
everyone,
ID.
so for persons, that's very good information. So you could check
Mm-hmm.
out a computer at the
Mm-hmm.
library. You can get audio
At the library.
books and stuff, and you just need your card. And for persons who may have
Yeah.
taken out books previously and you're
Mm-hmm.
concerned, just maybe, they have an amnesty thing, or they may
Yeah.
charge you and you may owe X amount of dollars. Years ago, I paid for X
Mm-hmm.
amount of dollars
Yeah,
for the
yeah, that's
library.
what I
But the
asked her if I have
library
to
is
pay for.
something
She
good
said
for
no.
everyone to utilize when you all can utilize it. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It's
yes,
something good.
yes.
What else you got on the list, Queen?
Yeah, but they
Because
have
we
lots of
trying to,
programs too. She said lots of
yeah.
programs they have there. They have reading for with the children. You can come in and someone come in and read to the children. She said that's what how the volunteers come in. You could just come to the library and ask for someone to read, to your child or what have you. And she said they'll come out and read to the child. But she said if you don't ask, you won't know. But they have lots of service and programs. She said in the library.
All right. So just to go visit your local libraries and
Yeah,
any information that you're seeking, you know, you can always ask questions. If they can
yeah.
do it, they'll let you know that they can do it. If they can't do it, they'll let you know that too. But it's
Hmm.
it's very informative to know that you can go and get computers from the library.
Yeah,
So that's a
yeah.
very
I
important
didn't
thing.
know that. That
Yeah.
was straight. I
Yeah.
said, "What?"
Oh,
She said, "Yes."
well, what else we have on our list?
So
Mm.
me not say nothing.
No,
One
you're
of
not saying. No,
one
we
of
don't want to
these.
hear from you. We don't want to hear from you. Go ahead, Queen. Queen, what else you have on your list? I don't want to hear
Okay,
the
we
respecter yet.
also. I was watching a program the other
All
day.
right, wait.
Um,
The
uh,
respecter, did you want to say something in regards to the library?
Yeah, sorry for me. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. The
What do you want to
library,
say?
respect for the
li-
season, lady.
library is a very nice pickup spot as well.
Come on for the. Me
Mm.
don't know even why me give my chance to say nothing. Bless up to you, DJ Smiles. DJ Smiles, to crank it. We're cranking it up. We're cranking it up. All right. Okay. So library for once again, if you need a computer, you can go to a library and check out a computer. That is awesome. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing that I
Mm-hmm.
take from the library situation is that you can go and get
Mm-hmm.
a computer. So what else on the list, Queen? Because we're gonna run it through because we have a couple of things we want to touch. The questions that were sent to us, and we also want to touch Don's questions in regards to the dual citizenship. We want to
Mm-hmm.
yeah, We got a lot to cover. Just run
okay,
through
well,
them.
Run
through them. Go ahead.
Go on.
Get the dollar store. Get the dollar store.
Something to respect her?
Get the dollar store.
Everything that you had on your list is very important, Queen. So just touch it.
All right. Okay. I also found out 2 days ago, and this I didn't know, Jamaica, there were only 3 countries that Haile Selassie visited in the Caribbean and that area. It was Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti. And I didn't know that. And that's how he said, the guy that was explaining all of this, he's a Trinidadian and an older guy, and he is in charge of lots of different things, including politics and other things in Trinidad. And the person was interviewing him, or rather he was just talking. And he said that that's how the Trinity came in with them 3 countries. And that's how Trinidad also got its name. I didn't even know that. That's part of how they got their name. The Trinidad, the Trinity. I didn't know that's how they came up with that name, Trinidad. But he was pointing that out. And he said it is also the Trinity, like with Haile Selassie, and they said he is the Trinity or what have you. So that was very interesting to know, and I thought I would just pass it on to you guys if you never knew that.
So what they're saying is that Trinidad was never named Trinidad until Haile Selassie went there.
But it had gotten the true because based with Haile Selassie or the Trinity or up over there, however he got into it, I don't know. But he's saying that Trinidad was based off of the Trinity, and he's coinciding the Trinity with Haile Selassie. So more or less he was saying that's why that country was visited by Haile Selassie. Jamaica was very known, especially with the Rastafarian, even though he said society was shunning the Rastafarian, but Haile Selassie, like he's saying, he had really, really looked at the Rastafarian, praising him and what have you. You know, he didn't believe that they should worship him, but he was really pleased with them praising him and standing up for him and what have you, and Ethiopia. So Jamaica was also picked. Haiti was known for helping all the other countries. All the countries, Haiti was number 1 to go and help. So therefore, I guess they had helped Ethiopia at one point. So therefore, he also visited there. So that's how he ended up visiting the 3 countries in the Caribbean. And that's how he said the Trinity came about with Trinidad. That's what he was saying. It's on YouTube. So that's what I got out of it. I was trying to figure out how Haile Selassie came into the picture, you know, but that's what he said. That's how he visited. That was one of the reasons he came, he's saying.
I would love to know which documentary that was, because I would like to watch that to gain more.
I'm gonna
get
send
more
it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I would like to get more understanding
It was on D-Mongo. She's in Trinidad, visiting Trinidad, and she's exploring and talking to different people. And this individual, I forgot I'm gonna send that clip to you, okay? But that man, he knew everything. He could tell you everything about Trinidad from the beginning coming down. And the Caribbean, because he said Trinidad and Jamaica, they are sisters. That's what he said.
Yeah, right.
They're sisters.
As we go,
I don't believe that.
Before you don't believe that.
That's what he said.
I'm gonna go right
That's
back
what he said. But even though they give what's his name a hard time going into Trinidad because he is Jamaican.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that. It's too much hatred.
Jamaican coming over there when they come over there, which I'm talking about.
It's a whole lot of bitterness.
The government. The government is against the Jamaican man.
Jamaica show Trinidad love. all the time Trinidad not show Jamaica no love, peer hatred. And another thing about that Trinity thing there, how comes him only talk about Trinidad and not Tobago? What sense it make?
No. They talk about Tobago because they put it as one, Trinidad and Tobago. They don't separate it when they're talking. They'll say Trinidad and Tobago. They put it as one. They don't separate them.
But if it's one country, why is it two names?
I'm going to send you that clip. The whole conversation, he never separated Trinidad from Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, well, I think we need
Yeah,
to.
that's what
I
he
think
said.
we
He
need
said
to.
Trinidad
I
and
think we need to
Tobago.
get a clip of that so that way we can watch it
Yeah,
and we
and
can
extend on it. I'm gonna
extend on it.
yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
send it to you guys. Yeah.
A question that was posed was, what did we do before books? And I guess when we were on the topic of libraries, what did we do before books? I guess we watched the stars and we told stories. Our ancestors told stories
on the ground.
Yeah, they told
Use
stories
piece
of the
of stick,
past. Yeah,
stick and write on the ground.
yeah, of their experiences. All right. So what's the next one you have on your list, Queen?
The next one is YouTube. I just and I'm not even gonna go into that. I just wanted you guys to really take time out sometime to just go on YouTube and surf. YouTube is so informative. Yes, there's some things there that is not real, so you have to research some of the information. But let me tell you something. YouTube is more informative than Google. Believe me. And I'm just so thrilled with it because I've learned I'm retired now. So I have time to sit and do these things. And I've learned so much watching YouTube and researching what I see or what I hear, and it sort of helps your brain. You see, when you start getting older, you start forgetting things. So those things stimulate your brain. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys to check out YouTube if you haven't been doing that. It's very informative. It's informative in terms of gardening that we talked about earlier with Lady D. It's informative in terms of herbs and how to take care of your body. I mean, there is so much information. You will be surprised. Not just the pasta and the gossip. I'm talking about
some real true information, some real conscious talking, as well as what you're doing right now, because we're on YouTube and we give great information, and there's lots of other programming that is on it. So that I do agree with you so I agree with you with that, Queen. Definitely agree with you with that.
Respecta, you don't have nothing to say about that, right?
Dollar Tree.
For you.
Dollar Tree. You want to hear about Dollar Tree?
Okay. Well, you know what? You'll be surprised where our caskets are coming from.
Dollar Tree.
And how much? And hey, Walmart and where the Sam's Warehouse. Walmart sell them for $2,000 or less. Hey, and that's where the funeral homes are buying their casket from and charging you a arm and a leg. I got signed up with this company today, whereas it's like they have it where in their clause, their contract, when you purchase a casket from Walmart, that funeral will have to honor it. So people, he was telling us about, we had a meeting downstairs today. Someone came in and he was talking about, burial funds and all of that. And that was one of the things he was discussing, how these funeral homes are ripping off people because they don't know any different. When you go, he pulled up it on Google and on YouTube and showed it to us, where you see all the different caskets and the prices for them. And I'm telling you, when you compare it to what what's that place down there called? Any of these funeral homes selling? it's like double the price. Like he said, funeral home do not make casket. They get it somewhere
No,
else,
yeah, they
and they buy it in
definitely,
bulk. So
yeah,
can you imagine how much cheaper?
that is definitely not a shock. That's not a shock because oh, you gotta,
I didn't know that Walmart and those places sell them. I
yeah.
didn't know.
They have some local stores all around the place that and I assisted someone once with finding some of those stores, and they did go and get their parents casket from
Hmm.
they have side shops. The only thing with buying
Right.
from the side shop, you have to make sure that you have the correct measurements of your loved ones, and
Hmm.
make sure that you get the correct measurements of where the final resting place is going to be for that individual, um to make sure that everything is correct, because there's no
Hmm.
refund. So they do have places called the casket stores, different than you.
Hmm.
So it's not that you have to get that package from, for say, a funeral place or anything like that. You don't have to get that package. You can go so anywhere else and to purchase that. So that's
Hmm.
something, yes, I did know. I did not know
Yeah.
though that you could get that from Dollar Tree, Walmart, Sam's, anything like that.
Yes.
That I did not have
Yes.
knowledge of. Yeah. So that's
And
great
he said it's
information.
Walmart is the cheapest.
Okay.
He said
Enough,
some people
enough,
don't
enough,
do it
enough.
because they don't want the family members to say, people
All
to
right.
say, oh, you got to catch
Right.
at
We
Please,
were
Walmart.
please,
we
I
were
don't
please.
want
thinking,
to tell
all right, all
nobody
right.
where you
We
get it
were
from.
thinking it was something
Yeah.
different with Dollar Tree. We didn't think you were
I'm
going.
so sorry I mentioned that, man.
We didn't think
I'm
you were
so
going into that
sorry, man.
direction, which we,
I'm thinking about food
which
and
we,
drinks and
yeah,
where the food
we
and the
didn't
drinks
know
have
you were
come
going in
from.
that direction with
And she
it.
run into the dead body thing.
We know a life we are speak
So
life.
tonight we are talking about bedroom behavior and then burial behavior and
Okay. Let's go to the desperateness of all right, let's knock out the citizenship thing with Don Minus question in regards to the citizenship. And then we're gonna go to the desperateness of women and then go into the other question as to
The one, yeah.
that business there. So Don says after a
Mm.
week, opposition leader Mark Golden with dual citizenship. So he wanted to touch that. And then he also puts after a week of criticism from members of the Jamaica Labour Party for possessing dual citizenship, Golden on Sunday acknowledged to the Gleaner that he is a British citizen and insists that there were no legal grounds to require him to relinquish his status 3 days later. Um, give your thoughts. Anybody want to touch?
he's not the only
Well,
one. He's not the only one. There's many
one,
who are.
you wanna go? One.
Greetings, Sister Zephyr is on the chat with
The
us.
thing is that dual citizenship, anyone from you are a Jamaican citizen, was born in Jamaica, I should say, you can have a dual citizenship. And the first time I found that out was when I went to the Double 3 Hotel. The Jamaican embassy was down there. They had a suite. They was trying to register as many people as they could for the dual citizenship.
I,
And even if you have a child
I don't
that parent is Jamaican and was born here, they can get that dual citizenship.
I don't think Don
And
is
it's up to
basing
you.
it off of you getting dual citizenship. I guess what I would take from the question in itself or the statement in itself is that the JLP party was being criticized for by, I guess, persons in the PNP or just in general citizens of Jamaica for possessing dual citizenship. And here comes the PNP themselves now acknowledging and a PNP person a PNP person whom is running for to become a prime minister is now saying that he is a British citizen. So that's where I'm thinking Don question is gearing towards is
But
that
Oh, Golden is also a Jamaican citizen. He has that dual.
And that's right.
So, I mean,
and that's what the question
but I
is.
don't see nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I think
or anyone with anyone. I
Don
don't
just
see anything
called
wrong
in.
with
Don
that.
Minot, go ahead.
Good evening. Just a quick comment.
Good evening, Don.
Yeah, the contention is Andrew always tried to use it as a political tool against Mark by saying Mark has a British passport also. He has a dual citizenship and he should relinquish the British passport. And myself and the many other Jamaicans, we don't like you said, sis, we don't see it as a big deal. It's just a political ploy he's using to divert all the criticism that's coming against him and his government. He's trying to make Mark look by saying he was a British passport.
Yeah.
So
because they promote it, so why would he want against it?
The question, but a lot of those who side with oldness forget that we had a former prime minister who was born in Boston, Massachusetts, and became prime minister of Jamaica. He was born there.
Yeah.
And he became prime minister.
Yeah.
Mark Golden was born in Jamaica.
Born there, yes.
Yeah. Well, I have dual citizenship. I have dual citizenship. No, I'm not running for a political position, but I have dual citizenship, and a lot of persons that I know have dual citizenship. I'm not giving up my Jamaica. I'm not giving up my Jamaican citizenship, and I'm here in America. I'm a citizen here as well. And hell, if I take residence in England, I'm gonna get a British citizenship. I mean, so yeah, it's not a big thing. That it's definitely not a big thing. I thought you were saying that members of the PNP or something was criticizing the JLP, and that is the reason. So now JLP is saying they were criticizing us, but yet whom the person whom is running for prime minister has a dual citizenship, but that's not the case. But that's not the case of what you're saying. Yeah. So thanks for clarifying that for me, Don, because that's what I was. That's what my mind was. I thought you were saying it was a tit for tat kind of thing, but what you're saying is the JLP is bringing up something that is irrelevant. Totally irrelevant.
because he was born in Jamaica.
Right.
And it was a big discussion this week on social media and Facebook. And a lot of Jamaicans said, why don't you talk about the former prime minister who is now dead, who was born in Boston, Massachusetts, came to Jamaica and became prime minister.
Right. And he yeah. And he was a JLP.
Yes. So see, Andrew is just trying to stir up fire, man, to divert.
Because you see what happened. Golden is asking a lot of questions. He's putting a lot of things out there, and people aren't asking questions now. So they're gonna do anything to block him.
Yes,
definitely, Queen. Yeah,
that's
I definitely don't see anything wrong with it at all. That's the land of your birth, and that's where you used to reside in, and you decided to come back to the land of your birth. I don't see what the issue is with that. Yeah.
Right.
That's no issue to disqualify a person. And then what we need to start looking is what's the constitution in persons becoming prime ministers in Jamaica. What is the requirements?
There's nothing in the constitution that says you can't be prime minister.
Exactly. Yeah. So right there, he's just drawing for straws. Yeah, he's drawing for straws there. Yeah,
because they're all under fire. His wife, right now, they're disputing his wife being head of the House of Parliament, because it's conflict. They say that's conflict of interest, and the people are coming down on them now. So it's like he's gonna do everything he can, and then people questioning his cabinet members, because all of them coming up short now. They, I mean, they're all coming up short, and it's out there in the public now. It's not on the closed door anymore like it used to be, because the media is now exposing them. Social media, they're exposing them now. So they have to be more accountable. So he's gonna try everything he can for the party to look good, for that party to look good. I'm not knocking that. I'm not a party. I'm not a them. I'm not a
PNP
a
or JLP.
PNP
Let me
or
tell you something,
or a
Queen.
labor.
Golden and Crawford is giving the JLP a run for their money.
For them life. It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
I watched
It's true.
Crawford the other day, and Crawford just about done them out. I mean, and Golden really been speaking up and stepping up to the plate.
And the people now paying attention.
Attention,
That's the key.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the key.
So
people now paying attention. They're more in tune. Even in the rural area now, them have phone and watch social media.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, it's
So
serious.
people are now aware of what is really going on in the country, and they're asking for accountability now.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, because we need accountability.
Yeah.
Darerspecta, you wanted to touch it?
Too much bangarang. Too much wagonness. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's how y'all say. All right. Zeph, you wanted to touch it? Zeph is in the house with us. All right. So
hey
Zeph, welcome. You're on mute, my sister. You're on mute. Unmute yourself, darling. Or let me unmute you. Greetings.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings. I'm really not the politics one.
All right.
However, I feel whoever can provide the best service for the people should be the one to, lead. So even if they feel like they weren't born there, or however they assume citizenship or whatever the case, but if they're a good candidate to lead, then it should be allowed. But I think people are going to start picking these little straws simply because you're going to try to find a way to default someone, to deroot them so that, they can see their choice as the winner, or as the leader. So people themselves, the people of the nations, wherever it may be, whether Jamaica or wherever, they really need to come together. See, once there is a division, it's going to always be like that. There's always going to be, like Brother Inspector says, some kind of bangarang here and there, a whole up a bandwagon is here and there.
A lot of that.
Yeah. So if people can just come together, I think we can really focus on a better leadership and a better direction for the country and the people overall.
All right. Well, we're gonna watch and see what happens.
Well, you know what? If we can do the same scenario for here in America with what's going on
with Trump. Yeah.
With Trump and Biden. I mean, it's the person who is best for the country. And there are examples, you see examples out there of how this individual is. If you have really been paying attention and watching what's been going on. Yes, one of them is a little older and a little slower, but I would rather have somebody who is a little older and slower than somebody who is so aggressive and so spoiled that I'm scared he might touch that red button and blow us all up.
I would like to touch on that for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to touch on that.
What you're saying on that?
Okay. Now, I mean, like sis say, one might be older and slower, but that's really the minor part of Biden or the current president, right? Seeking re-election. We also have to look at everything that he signed everything that he initiated into law. We have to look at you opening the borders to immigrants. You're getting abandoned homes and schools and buildings. You're renovating them and moving in people so they're not on the streets. Yet you have a homeless problem in your country under your leadership. Right? That's one thing.
Well said.
That's one thing. Not only that, they're hungry. Okay. Right. They're not getting food stamps. They're not getting cards to go get groceries. They're not getting that care. They're not getting looked after as the people of the nation, of the country that's within the society. They're still oppressed and suffering. Now, there are some people who say I heard somebody say homelessness is a choice. Now, I really feel once you have not experienced it yourself and you're closed off and biased, you're really not going to overstand. There's a lot that happened. You might have a main breadwinner in a household that may just pass away. Let's say heart attack, boom, one day, done, gone. Then you have this other member of the household with 4 minors. Can't handle the mortgage, can't handle the car payments, can't keep up with everything. And you're going to find yourself sometimes, trying to seek a shelter, trying to seek some alternative lodging or whatever.
Okay, no help.
Get some kind of help, some kind of assistance.
No, and they cannot get
yes. Yes, they're not even getting that help. And then they're out there. Also, you have mental illness that's not being addressed. Okay. And you're speaking to someone and they can't even comprehend because they're in this world of a different mental state where if you can't empathize with it or kind of see what they're going through or experiencing, you're going to be biased. So that's one thing I wanted to say, that this person under their watch, this is what happens. Secondly, you are spending billions of dollars to support arms for a war, and people in your country are suffering. Take those billions of dollars and reconstruct where you are.
Dying.
Where you are. That's what you need to do. So when I don't care about the older and the slower, that wouldn't even, I wouldn't even put that in to say, like, personally, it wouldn't be an option if I'm going to choose someone or not. I just look at their works. I look at what they do. And I know we all, and just to kind of tap on the past for a moment, we all were so excited about Obama and stuff. But one thing is, you have to remember, the president does not run the country. They just have to put forth the instructions. They have to introduce the instructions. They have to initiate these instructions that they're given. So they don't run the country. When people think, oh, Obama didn't do anything. Well, yeah, he wasn't instructed to do what you needed him to do.
Bobby.
Yeah, he had to do what he was instructed to do. And he didn't want to end up like John F. Kennedy. He don't want to leave Michelle and his children and somebody tried to assassinate him. So the man going to do whatever he's told to do. Now, I was okay until he initiated the attack on Syria. Now, you see, and all this have to do with, what side are you really on? You can't say, people are like, oh, we vote for, it's evil against good and we have to go vote for good. But then that good is still putting out evil works. So what difference does it make if it's one party or the other, if they are both putting out works? Then someone says, we need to vote for the lesser evil. Well, I don't vote for evil, period. So if there are 2 evils sitting up there, don't expect my vote on either side.
All right. There you go.
Go ahead, Darerspecta.
Hey, she said everything I got on TikTok and Facebook. I've been saying it.
Go ahead, Darerspecta. Wait, Queen, wait a minute. Go ahead, Darerspecta. Queen, wait a minute. Go ahead, Darerspecta. Darerspecta. Don't tell me your phone gone back out again. All right, go ahead, Queen.
Yeah, no, I was saying that it is true, the thing is that it's people, like, we talk about this several times, how people vote for the party and not the individual, The other day there was an election about 2 days ago. And to be honest with you, that election was not even publicized like the normal elections usually. And this election was very important because they were picking what is it, judges
It's called local government. The
right,
ones that directly impact
the
us.
thing is that it was not
and that
publicized.
is something
It was
that
not
and that
publicized.
is something for years myself and Mama Acid you used to always address, asking our
Hmm.
listeners to the most important elections are the local elections.
The local elections.
Those
Election.
are the
Yeah,
ones who
yeah.
impacts us, who makes decisions for us, and those are and some of those individuals are is whom is in this group that really picks whom the president is going to
Yeah.
be.
Yep.
So we need to be more focused on these local government elections more than even the presidential
Yep. It
election.
directly impacts us.
President
And it
election
needs to
is
be
not even us
more
that
these parties or whatever need to publicize these elections more. Now,
well
what happened is
they're
that
not
I
going
found
to
out because
Queen.
I was driving by, and that's how I found out.
They're
And
not
the
going
one of
to
my neighbors said, "Excuse me."
they're not going to publicize something that they don't want to they don't want people to vote. That's one of the
Well, you know,
reasons.
it's after I saw a text, somebody had texted me on my phone and said, "Vote, go out and vote today." But it was after the fact. But I'm saying that I did see it and I did stop. But I had went out, and that's how I realized that it was that day that they had the voting. And one of my neighbors, she was with me, and she said to me, "Now, I don't even know who to vote for because I didn't even know it was coming up. Usually," she said, "they publicize it on the TV, but she hasn't even been seeing it on the TV much."
Well,
She said,
I
I
don't
would
know.
like to touch on that too.
It was on the television. This is on the radio. It's the posters are all over the place. And that those are elections that happens like every 2 years, or the majority of them 3 years.
Yeah.
And it was
"Yeah,
publicized.
but
It
today,
wasn't it and
yeah, today, because
those are a lot of more private individuals that seeks funding, as well as let's gripe Tonia's son was running for one of the commissioner positions in Fulton, and we talked about it. Every time I bigged up and said let's Fulton County vote um oh Jesus for Tonia's sons. So
mhm.
it was something that publicized, but sometimes we go along with our everyday lives, and we're really not paying attention to certain things. But every drive you drive, they have these placards stuck up in people's homes, in front of people garages, and on the corners, on everything. So not sure how it could be missed, but yeah,
Yeah, but most of the
yeah.
time they just tell you who to
I'm
vote for and what
yeah, I'm gonna say
like,
this.
they don't
I'm
tell
gonna
you
say this.
to go
It's
and vote.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh,
It is each individual's responsibility to research the candidates, to see who they are, check out their bios, check out their
we talked
histories.
about that
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
so what I'm saying is I don't wait for them to tell me when it's coming around. I know when it's coming around because it's on my calendar. See, you have to remind yourself. And then too, in this county, oh, they were knocking on doors. You can't miss it. They're calling you, they're texting you, they're sending
Well,
you emails, they're
that's why
sending
I
you stuff
said
in the mail.
that is why I said to Queen that I don't know how they missed that one.
Yeah.
But
hmm
it's
yeah.
they were knocking at my
Honestly,
door. They asked if
I
they
didn't get
can
nothing
put.
in my mail pertaining to it.
Okay.
Nobody didn't call me pertaining to it. The day after I saw a text for that particular day, somebody
And
texted
sometimes
me and
when
said,
you're really not into the political world like that, it's not
Yeah,
so
you're not paying attention.
it's
necessarily
true. Yeah,
pay
that's
total
true.
attention
Right,
to.
right.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
I'm not into the politics, but
yeah.
still I pay attention to local government and votes. Matter of fact, I know the commissioners
Well,
personally.
I don't choose to know them personally, and I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not into politics like that. But yes, I did see signs and stuff around. Larry Johnson is someone that, yes, I do know personally, but all of the parties, no, I do not know. And I'm not in commissioners meeting, and I'm not in that. And yes, when the time comes around, I do research. And when I see certain people name, I'm like, okay, what this person is all about. And I pull
Right.
up her biography. But it's not something that I make into a practice that I
Right.
must know when exactly it's coming and when it's not. When I see
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyone
well, that's
who
what I'm saying.
is,
I knew
yeah,
who the
yeah,
candidates and what have you was, but I did not know the day
yeah. And they had
that
early
it was.
voting. They did have early voting as
Yes,
well.
I did
So,
see that. Yes,
And it
yeah,
was on the news
yes,
too.
did it.
yes, yes. So that's
Marian
why
did
I
it.
said
Yeah.
when you said the other person did not know of when the election time was
Yeah.
coming, that it was coming or it was today or what's have you. That's why I
Yeah.
said, well, they really it was in a lot of our faces. So it couldn't
Mhm.
have been missed. But
I'm feeling
understand
lonely.
it's understandable that it was.
Inspector's back.
All righty. Go ahead, the respecter. You want to touch?
I was about to say I'm feeling lonely and left out. All the
No,
ladies are
because we were
talking.
calling you, but I wasn't hearing you, my brother.
Yeah, it seems like somebody's watching us and listening to us and don't want us to continue. They don't
Tell
like
them
what
to
they're
stop
hearing.
calling you. Tell them stop calling you. And you.
No, no, no. I'm talking about on the show
Oh, okay, okay.
because one of us always end up in some situation because we're hitting a topic that is touching.
Yes,
But as
yes.
far as what you guys are discussing right now, the only thing that annoys me is that no matter who's running for president,
Hmm.
they're calling the poor people who came keep food on their table for donation.
Yeah.
Why are we funding your run for whatever office? And when you become who you become, you don't do nothing to help.
Yeah, they're still hungry.
Yes,
You don't remember me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't even remember me. Yeah, so it's important for what I would like for everyone to take away from this is that it's important for us to, and I know this election has gone and it's not just here, it's many states that held elections um this week. So um I would encourage each and all that it's important for us to get ourselves involved, especially in our local elections, because that is what impacts us. It impacts the presidencies, it impacts Congress, representative,
The
commission,
police force, the sheriff
everything,
office, the jail, the
judges,
judges.
jail,
Yeah.
all it impacts
Mhm.
everything
Congress.
for
Yep.
citizens of America. So it's important for us
Mhm.
to pay attention to what is going on in the election world. Whether we want to be in politics or don't be in politics,
Yeah.
we are living
Mhm.
citizens of the United States of America. And we have to understand that what takes place affect us in one way or the other.
Domino effect.
Okay, so we need to make sure that yeah, you get knowledge of what's going on in your community, in your area. All right. And the persons whom are running in your area, if you feel like they for you or are against you.
Oh,
Okay.
another thing I want to touch on. Every county have newspapers. They're always, all of that stuff is always in the newspapers when anything is going on in a county.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me tell you
I'm not
something.
gonna look up
And
them
I'm
things there.
and then
Who
we
has got
I'm gonna
I'm
to
just saying it's another avenue of information. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
to
It's
go do
another
that?
avenue. Yeah. It's you can say that. It's another avenue
It's another avenue of information.
besides just radio and television.
Right.
Oh,
It's in the
you
county
have some
newspapers.
persons that like to read. Yeah. So we can throw that in there. We because like I
Mhm.
already say, long me no read a newspaper. But yeah, you could throw that in for those who pick up
Yeah, it's a source of information.
as a source of information.
lady.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do,
yes.
do we have do we have time for a quick throwing?
Go ahead. What's the throwing?
This is something I forgot about the young man in Florida, the airman,
Yeah.
that the sheriff went to the wrong apartment and
Mhm.
shot him 6 times in the chest, and
That's
they're
got it.
trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
They're trying to cover it up.
Well, that was an incident. It's also an incident that occurred here in Georgia.
Always going to
Years
the wrong apartment.
and years going. These knock warrants are.
We talked
It's
about the one that they buried in the back of the
Yeah.
building. Remember?
no, 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 not that. He's talking about the airman that was
The military man, the young man that was killed,
in his house and he was
He
Yeah,
was
murdered.
yeah,
murdered. He was
innocent
murdered.
man that was shot down dead, a
Yeah,
Yeah.
military personnel.
he was
Yeah, he
buried
was
here.
murdered.
He was
yeah,
buried here in
He
Atlanta.
was murdered.
Yeah, he was murdered.
yeah.
I would
He was
not say
murdered, really.
killed. He was murdered. You're
'Cause
knocking at these people
the gun
door.
was legal. It was licensed,
You
all
you
that.
you
And he
knocking
heard the
at these.
banging, and he just took his gun out.
You're
Hey,
knocking
he's
at
in
these
his
people
house. So you gonna
door.
just push the door in and shoot him like that? Hey,
Yeah, so it's an atrocity, and I don't agree with it. And something has to be done, and something should be done, and don't let it be swept under the carpet. As I had the young lady name, it's an older woman. I have her name in my head, but it just went out the door. But she was murdered the
so my
same
guy
way.
had the
The
case. That
one
lawyer,
moment,
what's
Queenie.
his
One
name? The
moment,
one who
Queen.
all the
Queen.
civil.
Queen. Queen. Listen. One moment. The older lady as well. It occurred with that young lady up in I think it was Kentucky or something. They went into her home. This knock warrant thing, there has to be something done about it, and the way that the police officers are allowed to just enter into people homes shooting, I mean, and not identifying themselves so that the person inside can know that they're there. It's these it's madness. Go ahead, Queen.
No, no, go on, go on.
Yeah, it's really madness on that end. But let's that's the throw in that the respecter wanted to put in. So the as one of our listeners out of Florida sent in, and Orlando, Florida, to be exact, sent in to us in regards to a child being stomped in the head because she was trying to get back her ex. And the question really was the desperateness of women. Is this how desperate women is, that they will hurt their child to get back a man because of the ratio of man to women? Anyone want to touch it? Queen?
Well, these women now they're different. I mean, they're raised different and they're doing things different. I mean, anyone that's going to use their child, especially abusing that child that way because of a man, something is wrong. Something is wrong with the society. Something is wrong with the parenting who produced this individual. I'm sorry to say, and even yesterday I was talking about this, and I do hold some parents responsible for what their children are doing now, or what their young adult child is doing now. You know, and it's sad, but these girls they want attention, and they want attention from these men, and they want it in a negative way. Honey, that's abuse, and she needs to be locked up.
It's
For a
actually
very
One
long time.
moment, one moment, Zephyr. The respecter, you want to touch it? The respecter phone gone again. The respecter, call in, my brother. Call in. Go ahead, Zeph.
you know there's a couple of things I want to touch on. there are so many people coming through life now, and they're very unhealed. And as we go on, life doesn't decrease, it increases. So, because from one person you can have three children. So, your life is increasing. So the spectrum is getting broader at the bottom here, right? So now you have more people that are very unhealed, does not even know anything about self-worth and self-love, that you are so hurt that someone doesn't want to be with you, or someone doesn't love you enough to marry you, or you have to know your worth. You pick up that person, you were attracted to that person. Why? Okay, we have to first look at energetic cycles. Now, a lot of people may not know this, but we carry up to 14 generations in our DNA. So a lot of trauma and neglect and abuse and all that may not have been experienced from us directly. It may have been experienced from past ancestors. And because they were unhealed, because they were suppressed, it's going to continue to reverberate through generations over and over again until it is healed. It's an energy. Okay. So also on the other side of this spectrum, we have to look at both men and women that have experienced molestation, rape, violations as children, even. Okay. So when you're growing up, see, as a child, you're going to suppress a lot of things, because some children are very embarrassed to talk to their friends about different things. They're going to suppress it. And then when they're being violated by an adult or an older child, they're told, they're threatened in a way, so they feel like they can't speak about it, and they hold it in. These things manifest. These energies manifest. Some people don't realize why they're always sick, why they have ulcers, why they have cysts and fibroids and prostate issues and womb issues and heart attacks. And it's not just because of what you're eating and terrible eating habits. Right. It's also because of the energies that they may be unaware of. Why? Because they're not introspecting. They're not checking themselves. They're not even doing a research on their ancestral history to see how far back this thing go. Because at a certain point, our generations experience some very serious, evil, wicked demises, and all of those things are floating around in us. Okay. And if we don't acknowledge it, and we have to be the one to cry about it now, because we're trying to heal. So we have to be able to release this energy somehow. And the only way you can do that is by acknowledging that it's there.
Okay. For me, and your thoughts is dealing with it. For me, this is mental illness. This is straight mental illness for me. And I understand everything with ancestors and everything else. But this right here is mental illness. This is a person's cry for attention.
Yep.
Not feeling loved.
That's what I
This
said.
person
Not feeling loved.
is it's a total cry for attention. All right. And this person, not, yes, they need to be locked up, but they also need professional mental help.
Therapy.
Okay? Therapy, things such as to deal with that you feel that if you stomp on your child's head, that your man is going to want to take you back. So it's the logics, your logics behind all of that. It makes absolute no sense. So that tells me that you're mentally you're
unstable.
Unstable for the society. One Donna Moody says any person that's on a hold, any person. Erica Blair says, I, as a young mother, I feel unprepared for adult life. There is a desperation to survival in addition to there being the element of self-unawareness. Knowledge of self, yes, but it's only half a solution. Mental illness is only half a solution. The conditions of her environment, nature versus nurtured her. And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly.
No form of love. She feels that she need love. If you listen to the totality of what I said, because it's mental illness, but it also has stuff that's gearing to make her into what she is, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that is it. She needs counseling, not just to be thrown in prison in a cell and just be left there. That alone mad you, on top of the madness that you already have. But she needs treatment. She needs someone to talk to.
True, yeah.
She needs to feel loved.
Let me tell
She
you something.
needs
You know what?
acceptance. Go
The
ahead, Queen. Then
government,
let me see if the respecter is back on. Go ahead, Queen.
the government need to pay more attention to these people who are out there who have these mental illnesses. They go into the hospital, they keep them there for 2 or 3 days, then they send them back out. Yes, I understand you can't make that it's their right to choose whether they want to stay or not. But if you develop programs and things for them to be interested in, along with rehabilitation, in terms of their mental health, then I think they would be more willing to participate. But I see every day those little young girls and boys walking the street, ragged and dirty and begging and what have you. And I said, my God, you know, who is gonna who is looking out for these young people? But they're out there and they're walking the street. And someone told me that they cannot make a nurse. She told me they cannot make them stay, you know, if they don't want to stay.
No, you cannot.
But
And then I also agree with Zephyr,
that's
with
what
what
she
Zephyr
told
said
me.
is in regards to um our politicians, and
Yeah, yeah,
needing them to focus on mental health, because mental health right
yeah,
now is a big crisis that is
Yes.
going
yes,
on in America, here, around the world.
yes.
You know, people are
Mm-hmm.
committing suicide left and right.
Yes.
People are hurting
Yeah.
people, killing people left and right for no reason, just because, as this young lady did, stomp her child for attention.
Yes.
Person, because you want to leave. The men is
Mm-hmm.
killing their women, and women is killing. The mentality of
Mm-hmm.
persons around the world right now is grievous. And our politicians need to address that. They need to make a plan to address this mental
Mm-hmm.
situation that is going on
Yes.
in
Because
America,
it's
all
out of
around the
hand.
world.
Every
Yeah,
corner you go, you see them. I
yeah.
mean, it's out
And
of
not just
hand.
mental
At least
facilities
here in
where we're
Georgia,
putting
from
people
what
in
I've been
mental,
seeing
yeah,
lately.
not just putting people in mental facilities, but giving them proper psychiatric health
Rehabilitation. Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Counseling.
Yes.
counseling to
Yes.
make them
Yes.
productive
Counseling. Yes.
citizens,
Yes.
you know, in America. Ah, man,
Yes.
the respect. I'm sorry, I missed you. Call back. Call me back. Call me back. Call me back. Call me back. I
Can
was.
I hear you? Can I hear you?
You can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay, we can hear you now too. Yeah, because I just saw that I missed you.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just saw that I missed you. Yeah. So yeah, it's the mentality of what's the mental capacity of what's going on in this country is madness. The respecter, you want to touch it because you didn't get a opportunity to.
What? I miss a lot.
You
What
wasn't
you
here.
talking about? Yeah.
We talk about
Sorry.
mental illness.
No,
Mental.
we're speaking about the reasons why
Yeah.
uh, individuals are abusing and killing their children because they're seeking attention from the
From
other parent that may
yeah,
have left them or separated from them or have moved on or probably got something else going on. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah. It,
crazy.
it it's not an easy thing to discuss or even think about because any one of us can easily slip into that if we get caught in certain position situation because it's not something that I don't think it's intentionally in into us or we become that way intentionally. Just easily go crazy because you think about beating another child and you don't realize you're beating a little child. you're hurting a little child. Child is screaming, bawling, begging, mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, daddy. I mean, there's a lot of the reason why a person become mentally sick is what he or she been through from a young age,
Yes.
and it wasn't treated.
Traumas.
And
Yep.
it doesn't take much to bring it back.
To trigger it. Yes.
Right. So it's tough, man.
Especially, let's speak about this young lady for a moment, because I don't really know her personally and I don't really know her bio. But let's say she has been in relationships after relationships, they're all failing, you have a bitter person after a while, because that person is going to start to feel scorned. And once again, if you don't have love for yourself, you're not going to you're going to see things in a very negative way, because you're not saying, you know what, I love myself more. I'm going to remove myself from this situation. I'm going to, people are not making discerning decisions when they're hooking up with these people. Stop having babies for boyfriends. Okay. Stop giving full benefits for boyfriends. They're not your husbands. They didn't make you their wife. They don't see you as wife worthy. Why are you pushing out baby? You're not protecting yourself. You're not, securing a future or a healthy environment for a family or to raise a family. You're not creating. You have to first think about the environment that you have to create.
One moment, let me go through some Queen.
Me.
Go ahead, Queen, and then I want to read some comments. Yeah, and then I want to read.
We're harping on young adults and what have you, but it's not just young adults. Women are doing that also. Women are being abused in the home. I mean, physically abused in the home because they have that low self-esteem and maybe hurt in the past or what have you. So they take anything from a man, whether he's degrading them or beating them, but they go along with it.
You know why they go along with it? Because what they feel on the inside, that's what they're going to attract. They're going to attract other people who are hurt and unhealed. You see, if you are hurt and unhealed and you get with someone who has been working on their healing and stuff, it's not going to work. You're going to drag that person down if they choose to. You're going to drag them down. You have to uplift yourself. You have to upgrade yourself. You have to level up. You have to raise your vibrations if you want better. Okay. You have to be better. We have to be better.
Let me read some of these. Let me read some of the comments. From Donna. Says you have some persons that are trained to target children that are hired by the government to carry it out. Donna also says, but you have some politicians whom are mentally ill. Jean says that is only if they check themselves in, but if someone or the government check them in, they can keep them until they feel they will be safe in the outside environment. She also says, I feel it all extend from childhood. Sharon says, I think that something was let go in the atmosphere during the COVID virus because it's not just her. And you got it right. It's not just her. It's a lot of persons. Even just the other day, there was someone, there was a man whom his wife took the child that they had together to the doctor, and the child and the children that the woman had previously before them, they're getting together. He took those 3 children into the park and killed the 3 children, including himself. Now we touched the topic like that. We touched a little bit of that last week as to the atmosphere and what we're eating, is with what we're eating, drinking, breathing, what is in the air, what is being let out, that the increase all of a sudden about all of these genders, the increase in the mental illness. I mean, all of these increases, what is going on?
It's an agenda.
It's an
agenda.
It's also obsession.
It's an
Yeah.
agenda that even drives these kids crazy, not being able to afford a place to live because you have to have three times the amount that you earn. That is wicked. It's an agenda. Hey,
Okay, we have a caller
that's
on
what's
the
going
line.
on. Half of these young people don't make that kind of money.
Okay, we have a caller on the line. Caller.
Greetings. My only comment is that I have a lady that I speak to that she has a 5-year-old daughter, and she didn't have no form of patience with that 5-year-old daughter. And I feel to her that my granddaughter is only 7 and she knows how to cook. And she asked me, how do you have that patience to deal with them? And I said, you have to allow that child to make mistakes and make that child know that when she makes that mistake, it's okay. And show her how to clean up that mistake. Now, mind you, this lady that I was speaking about, she's a doctor. Okay. So it doesn't matter what your profession is or what type of person that you are. It's all about patience, and some people just don't have it. And I feel that people like that don't deserve to have children. That's just my opinion, you know, because you never know what they can do. And if they have someone that can counsel them that is not really looking for the money to counsel these people, I think this world would be so much better.
There are so many outreach programs out here that they can get it
Seems
from,
like
but you got to seek it to get it.
Yeah.
it seems like people are out there that are so angry
Hmm.
for no apparent reason. They're just angry.
See, we can't
Erica
we
says,
can't say for no apparent reason. It's not apparent to us, but there is a reason in
reason.
them.
Okay,
It's
Yeah,
just
it,
Erica.
ignorant.
Erica says,
okay.
Erica Blair says, an agenda with multiple sides,
Yeah.
and that is it. You know,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
conspiracy
that's a good
theories.
way to put
Yeah,
it. That's a
Yes.
good
it's
way to put
with
it.
multiple sides, and because
Multiple
it's
times.
things that makes you go because you sit and you really really have to think what is going on in society. We've gone from we've I mean, we've gone from
Bad to worse.
from more than bad to worse. I mean,
Yeah.
I just really wonder what is in the air, what is in the food, what is in our drinking waters, what is making
Everything
all of these
artificial
different
now.
sexualities, all
Meat.
of these different
uh,
mentalities, all of
Okay.
this murder mind, you know, all
Okay.
of
Y'all
this
heard about the bird
killing,
flu, right?
all of
In the
this
meat aisle.
killing that is happening left and right. I mean, persons are just killing just to kill. And then our government is letting people just be able to have guns. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to have
Hmm.
guns and doing all of those things. It's a mad
It's crazy.
situation.
90% of Congress have guns and part of gun clubs.
Mad.
No.
It's a mad. It's crazy.
Y'all heard about the bird flu in the cows now, right? In 5 states. Eh? Y'all heard about it, right?
Let's.
Yeah.
Can I finish with this?
Be careful buying beef.
We all should know that by now, and chicken and all those other things. But can I finish with something really important?
Yes, go ahead.
Because I do believe in my heart that many females get labeled and criticized, and it's really not their fault. Because I believe a man approach a female and says all the things that the female wants to hear, and press until the female gives in, and hoping that it will go somewhere that she wants it to go. And the man, like my sister said a while back, she don't know that this man is married or probably have a woman, a family. And she just take him at his word. And here comes a child and he's gone. And she been through that situation once or twice and become so frustrated with man, angry at self. and there's nothing really she can do about it because the mistake has already been made, and there's no one there to properly assist her, and she found herself being lonely and trying to raise a child, and the child become a problem to her now. Because since she's not realizing the child is getting sick because of food, not having food, the proper, situation. It's just sad. So I wanna open some men who are in those positions, knowing they're using women intentionally. They don't have any intention of being a real father or father, and hoping they'll listen and stop, listen to this program or other programs, and just stop being that way, deceiving women.
Mhm. Yes, I totally agree. It is a deception, and it can go both ways as well. But because the topic we're speaking about women, I'm going to say this in Clayton County, and it's been all over the news, all over the internet. The young man was with a young woman for 7 years, did not marry her, but they had a child. Okay, now he went off and got married to someone else just in about 8 months of knowing this person. So he got back to the house now, and an argument ensued or some kind of dispute ensued. And do you know this man killed her? Call a couple homeboys and say, hey, I need your help, da da da. And they drove and took her this open field, burned her body, burned this young lady alive, or
that was his family members.
Right. It was his family members and the wife's family members.
Yes, that did
right.
That.
Right. And this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're enablers. You have people, you have family members and friends who are enabling the situation. But that one friend, his conscience couldn't handle it. And he is the one who reported it and just told everything about what he knew and his involvement. And he got immunity. Okay. Yeah. For confessing about this whole thing. But I think it's just a sad situation because, see, you're with this man 7 years. This man didn't marry you, and you already gave him the benefits. You give him a child. You gave him a lineage. This man did not marry you. So if you got to stop giving in as women. Stop giving in to men that don't see you as important, as an important member in their life. They don't see you as important. That's why they're going to move on. That's why they're going to do this. And let me explain to you. If sometimes, go ahead.
I understand all of that, where you coming with, persons are giving themselves to people. We've all done that in our lives.
Right. And it has to stop. If you want to see a better future.
From generation to generation, and it's going to continue to happen because it's not everyone that as soon as they meet someone is going to settle down and marry, and things happen. We're talking this celibate life that is just that's not going to happen. So I mean, like, and you could preach that over and over, and I've heard you say it several times. If that's a decision that some people want to make, as to not to be with someone sexually, or sometimes people be with person sexually and their condom break or whatever, and they end up having a child. Okay, yes, and I understand all of these benefits, but sometimes it's not all of our parents, even back in the past, that did not have fruitful relationships with whom they have. And you have persons that sleep with someone today and they've been together for 20, 30, 40 years. And some of them end up getting married down the road. Some of them end up getting married 6 months. Some end up getting married today. I mean, so I don't think that has anything to do with a person's what is going on with these mental situations.
Right. I think it does. I think it's all inclusive. I think everything is everything.
Since Wapi killed Philip and back then, what is going on now in society now?
Lady.
Okay, you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna point out something. You see, someone asks about the books. What did you do before books? Things have to evolve. Okay, things have to evolve. Yeah, you were writing in the sand and in the dirt and doing the astronomy and all that. But things have to evolve. If you want it to stay the same, you're going to keep getting the same results.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the psychological damage that
Yes.
leads to the mental situation. The
Yes.
yeah.
psychological
Yeah.
damage of what a
Heal.
It has to
person
be
have
healed.
been through.
It
And it
has to be
doesn't
healed.
necessarily have to be healed by being celibate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but not to say by being
If
celibate, but it has
you're
to
finding
heal.
this one, you know, this this one perfect thing, it's that has nothing to do with what's going on. I feel it might be contributed, as Erica said, is an agenda with multiple sides. There are
Yeah.
multiple facets of what is going on right now in society, and I don't think that it just stems alone by someone having a monogamous relationship with an individual. It's a lot more things: rape, not being loved, being abused, being
A lot of things.
there's
Yes.
a lot of sides
Yes.
to the picture. So
Yes.
I mean, we also have another caller. Caller,
Yes, good night. It's Donna. Hi, everyone.
greetings, Donna. How are
Hey,
you
Donna.
doing?
Greetings. Yeah. So, what I was saying is that, yeah, you have some people who they're hired they're trained, I should say, to hurt children. Because I had met someone, maybe last summer or the summer before, and he had said to me, well, they train us if a child gets too close to us, um, blow their heads off. That in the military, he was a military person. So, some people are trained to hurt children.
Some people are
Okay,
trained
so
to hurt everyone. I think,
hmm
hurt hurts. You know what I mean?
hmm
Yeah. So I I could gravitate to that. What you're saying.
I you know what I feel? I just feel if we took a moment just to ourselves and just kind of inspect what's going on inside of us. Why do we keep attracting certain relationships, certain people into our life, certain energies into our life? And hopefully we can begin to find some of the answers, because as we start to like remove the layers, every layer has something that needs to be healed. Once you work on that, you go to the next layer, because like Lady D says, we've all experienced stuff, and because of my personal experience, I mean, I've been married and things like that, so my children were in a home with a father and all that stuff. But when the separation happened, I never really see myself as a single parent, because I always had a village. I always had a village. So fortunately for me, that is something that I had an opportunity to have. Some people don't have that village.
Right. And those layers is who make it's who make us who we are.
Or
The layers
Yeah,
throughout life is who made us. Because
throughout
yes,
life.
like you said, being married, used to being married, or going through whatever relationships, or going through
Mm-hmm.
whatever trials and tribulations from childhood to
yes,
coming up, fist jumping in
And we
fist fights,
model. Remember, we
and you
model what we
learn and
see
you
through that
shape.
time.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
your
yeah,
environment. It also has
yes,
to do with the
yeah,
environment that
it
you're
yeah.
definitely
exposed to.
does.
So it's
And
a
the
lot of
schools,
the
they're
school,
influential with all that crap.
your environment, that what you
Yeah.
see each and every day, all of that makes a person. And some persons need to go sit down and really talk about, because some people are not built strong, some people are built strong. Some people,
Mm-hmm.
some people capacity can hold more than other persons. Things that I've been through, there are a lot of persons who would say, how the heck did you
Did you make it?
survive?
Yeah.
So everybody's skin is not the same thickness.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
as to going back to this young lady, and maybe what she's went through in her life, feeling not loved, it didn't just start with her boyfriend, it or her kid.
exactly.
It started somewhere else, and it did not just start up out of being monogamous or not unmonogamous.
Right.
It had to do with her whole entire
Our life.
being that
Yes.
made her into what she is now. So she needs to sit and have mental counseling to go over those layers that you speak of, Sister Zeph, to
Yes.
peel back some of
Mm-hmm.
those
Yes.
layers and start redefining whom she is, as an
Right.
individual. No,
Exactly.
and
And
finding
her work.
herself
I want to say
and
I
her
want to say
worth.
two things.
Exactly, Queen,
Yeah,
and her worth.
words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to say two things, right? It Granny always taught us, even the wisest may err. And I can speak personally because as discerning as I am, I actually involved myself with a freaking narcissist. Didn't know it front, but when I start to see everything start to unfold, I was like, oh, I mean, I mashed brakes. I really did because I recognized some people don't recognize it. They don't know what to look for until they're way too deep down in that rabbit hole, right? That's one thing. Another thing is, you see how we have reasoning Thursdays, Queenie, Jeannie, I'm sure Blas is listening to Lady D. You remember when we used to do reasoning? Remember when we used to get together and do reasonings like every week?
Yeah.
We used to do that. You know why that was important then? And I think it's important now because that's how other people, when they come amongst these reasoning sessions, they're able to discuss things. They're able to open up and let things out and have some objective feedback or, some empathetic feedback or whatever will be determined at that time. But the counseling, sometimes people don't go into a facility. Sometimes it's just with a group. So maybe whoever the listeners are, if you feel discerning enough, start some little gathering with friends and family. Do it a month, do it a week, however you want to do it, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But start to have these little sessions and invite people in who you feel may even need to talk about things so they can hear different perspectives, different perceptions, and people's experience and see some people made it through, some people just didn't, but they just need a little more help. Like you said, everyone is not built with strength. Some people are just very weak when making a decision. And we can't be biased and blame them for certain things because we know it's deeper than just today.
And it's a serious statement when you said you're a product of your environment.
Yes.
And for persons who is considering to even sit down in groups and so on, do it with people whom you feel comfortable with.
Yes.
And do it at your own pace. Don't feel because you're sitting there reasoning with other individuals, you need to automatically just spill the beans. Get comfortable. Get comfortable with the environment.
You don't need a lot of money to do this. No. We even used to go to the beach. We used to go.
Yeah, I still do it. I still do my retreats. It's a healing process.
We're gonna have to
talk with each other and.
Ladies, it is our time. And I hate to have to interrupt in the middle of such a fantabulous reasoning that we're having. And so I guess next week I'm going to open up. Our email is dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, that you want us to reason on, or if you want to be a part of on the reasoning, then just send us the email, dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. And please, on the subject line, be sure to put Reasoning Thursday so that way we know that the topic is for Reasoning Thursdays. Also, we have, I'm still on the fence with the reasoning that is to come. There's a young lady that out of North Carolina. I don't know what I did with the paper, but sent in a question in regards to oral sex. Now, it's a topic that we are to touch, and I thought that was a little bit too deep, and it's not after hours. But the person says, Lady D, you all said you all are any topic, so you are correct. Any topic, and it's not what you say, is how you say it, and it's how we reason on it.
But lady,
so
maybe we should really discuss it every week. We keep putting 2 weeks now. We put it off.
Yeah, but the time has gone. So we could address it next week. Also, we're going to. I'm going to be stepping away from the chair for a minute, but Queen and the Respecter will be here. I will be here next week, but I need a long-waited vacation. So I think I'm gonna be taking a little bit time off. But Queen the Respecter, and I'll be jumping in here and there. I may not be every week for the summer, and the time may cut back to an hour versus two, due to just the summer months, for June and July. But the reasoning will continue each and every week. Okay, but I'm just letting you all know that you got you have the Respect and the Queen, and I guess Zephyr would be in the seat, and Don Minot would be in the seat, and Donna would be in the seat, and Gene would be in the seat, and whomever else want to come into the seat and reason. The floor is open. Um, but we want to thank you all. We ask you all to go over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, get notified. But the most important thing we ask you to do is to share. Tell a friend and a friend and a family member and a colleague that we are on each and every Thursdays. And we would love for you all to join us. And we love when you all interact with us, sending, posting your comments or even calling in. We love that. Sharon had a topic that she had sent to me. Sharon, I think next week we're going to touch the topic that you sent to me, but we're also going to and we're going to discuss how to tactfully touch Sandy's topic, okay, and for next week, tactfully.
Can I add something real quick? Real quick.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. On Sandy's topic,
Yeah.
just so it's just not that one scene, we can actually add a major category. Let's add HPV. And I will really discuss a lot of that in depth. And it does include oral, anal, and vaginal sex. And this is how this virus even come around. So we
Yeah.
could even touch on that.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see how we will tactfully
Yeah.
do it, because I don't know if it's the disease part of it, but just the pleasurable part of it.
We can touch on both. I mean,
dealing with,
but how things come around and evolve and manifest into other things, mutates.
Yeah. So we could go a little bit into it, but we'll get back to you all on that. But if you do have a reasoning topic that you would like to have reasoned on, then once again, do send it to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. I thank Sharon for her comment, Jean for her comment, Donna for her comment, Erica Blair for her comments, Don Minot for his comment, Conrad for his comment, Kamar, also for your comment out of Florida. Big ups to you and your mango tree. And yeah, we want to once again continue to encourage each one to go and plant, do your farming, plant a couple of crops, start out small, and you can grow your garden each and every year more and more. Start out with some um little bit of
Herbs,
vegetables, a little
and
bit of
then move
herbs.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was looking
yeah,
for, Queen. Some herbs,
yeah,
and get it
yeah.
going, but start somewhere. All righty. Queen, you want to say arrivederci to your listeners?
So you know what? This was awesome. I really enjoyed the session, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in and participating. And like Lady said, please share. Press that like button and share with your friends, your family members, and anybody that you come across. I'm even in the list. I'm sharing this. So let's share because it's very informative, and you will learn something from it. Remember, we reason on this, and we reason to agree. So therefore, you will learn something from this. So share it with your friends and your family members. Okay. I love you guys. It's always a pleasure being here. And I love you guys, my co host. And I'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Arrivederci.
Darerspecta.
I thank each and every one of you for joining and supporting us in all the comments that was reasoned. And just keep in mind, do your best to help somebody, uplift somebody, encourage somebody.
Darerspecta phone gone out again.
Again.
Go ahead, Zeph.
Yes, well, I feel even besides sharing, participation is very important as well to the show. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear what you need to express. Let's reason on it. Let's reason on things that, you know, that you kind of heard through these shows on and over again every week. You know, if it's triggering something, or, you know, for you to bring forth, because the more we have open discussions, the more other people are going to learn how to sometimes better deal with their current situations. So thank you all for being here. Big up Chica, big up. That's Erica Blair right there. And everyone else who made their comments and who chose to participate and call in. Thank you so much.
Donna, I see that you're still on the line. You want to say Arrivederci?
Oh yeah, so I'm just telling everyone tune in next week, same time, same place.
All right. And be sure to listen to the fantabulous other programs. Let's Gripe each and every Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Tonya, Marcus, and McKenna. And as you're doing now, Reasoning Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. with yours truly, Lady D, Queen, the Respecter, and guests such as Zephyr, Donna, Don Mineth, and you, the other listeners, checking in with us. And also, be sure to listen to the Lady D show each and every Saturdays from 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour with your news, views, interviews, joke of the day, what you know about it, and all of these things. R&B, soca, reggae, dance hall, some Afro beats. Yeah, we have it all. A little bit of this and a little bit of that on the Lady D show, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. each and every Saturday. So blessings. Once again, do go over to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, and definitely share. Blessings.
No time to linger. No time to linger. Got to be your lover. Got what you require. Love and happiness. Give me the answer.
You can also go over to dapowerhouseradio.com and listen to the fantabulous music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.